Greetings. In this video, I would like to go over how to use the hypothesis web annotation system that is embedded into your LibreText. This is a book. This is the LibreText book for General Chemistry 2, and within the book, of course, are chapters. And I can click on a chapter, and within the chapters are pages along the topic of the chapter, and I'm going to jump to the page on entropy measurements and values. Now, what you may have noticed is there's this little caret over here, and I'm going to open it in a second, except that I'm in a class right now, and I don't want to show you the student names in the class, but this class has made 33 annotations on this page. And you may say, well, where are they? Okay, what had happened was the students had highlighted some text and then annotated it in the overlay, and I'm going to demo how to do that in a minute. And that's because by default, the highlights are off because we don't want this to look like a used book, okay? And what I'm going to show you today is how not only can you make these annotations, but you can filter them so you just see the ones you want, or you can even tag your filters so you see ones for a specific purpose. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go to a different page, and on this page here, I have the LibreText working group, and I had made an annotation before this video, and I'm going to show you how I did that. In fact, what I'm going to do is, here's a different video, and I'm going to jump to a certain time in the video.
Equal to the initial temperature.
And I'm going to capture the video at that time. So I right click and I go copy video URL at current time. And then I go somewhere where there's exposed text. And when you highlight something, highlight more than one word. Highlight like a sentence or something, enough so that somebody can read it. Because what you highlight is going to be integrated into the annotation. Then you click annotate. And now the highlighted material is here, so if somebody can read this, then you can say, can you tell me where T-I came from. Okay, and now I'm going to hit enter, and now I just hit Control V. All you have to do is type it in, and now I'm going to tag this to help myself at a later date. And this may be exam _3. And you have to hit enter when you make a tag, okay? If you don't see the X, the tag is not there. I've made that mistake often. And now you post this to your class group. And so I'm going to post this to the LibreText working group because there aren't students in this. And now there are two annotations here. And if somebody comes to this page and they open the page up from the beginning, they can see the two annotations, and if they want to jump to one of them, they can click here, and it jumps down where the annotation was. If they open up the eyeball, they can see the highlighted text, and if they click here, they can see the video at the time where the student had the question. Now, the other thing that's powerful is that connected to your hypothesis, if I go to my LibreText working group, I can go to View Group Activity. This takes me to a hypothesis where I see all the annotations, and this is actually a filter page. And what I've done is there's a tag called Group, and this is the 0LT working group, so that's your class. Now, if I want to see all annotations related to put out by me, Ari Belford, I can click on my name. Now, when I click on my name, it also shows the top tags here. And now I can go to exam 3, and lo and behold, I had made 2 tags on exam 3. So if I click here, these are the 2 statements I made, so I can read the highlighted text, I can see what the question was, and then if I click this link down here at the bottom, this is called a contextual link, and it opens up the web page, scrolls down to where the annotation was, and opens up the annotation, if all works right. And of course, if I want to see the highlighted text, I have to open up the eyeball here because we don't want LibreText to look like a used book. So when you open a LibreText page, you don't see the annotations or the highlighted text associated with them, but you can make your notes in this overlay, and you can set up a tag infrastructure to help you find your notes, organize your study habits. Also, you can use these to communicate with your instructor, and if I reply to a student's tag, that student gets an email with my reply and a link back to the annotation. So it's both a good way to communicate with your instructor and to organize your notes as you study. Good luck, and I hope you find Hypothesis useful.